Up guys, so in today's video we'll be discussing about Spiti Valley in the month of May 2025, what you should be expecting in terms of weather, what is the best way to reach Spiti Valley, that is the routing, the top places that you should be visiting, things to be that you should be doing in the month of May, what do you need to be packing, and overall what are the pro travel tips and what is the budget that you need to have for a Spiti Valley trip in the month of May 2025. Now keep in mind, to start off this video, it's very important to understand that winter has arrived extremely late this year. So it is currently, as of March, started to snow in Tlow and Spiti and in Manali. So it's very unlikely that the Manali route to Spiti Valley via Kunzum Pass will be open in the month of May. In the previous couple of years, it's been opening towards the end of May, but it's very unlikely that this year it might open. And even if it does open, it's going to be very risky and very dangerous to be going through via the Manali route. So the best way would be to go via Shimla and Kinnaur Valley, since it is a safer route. Plus, by default, the roads are very well made via Kinnaur, so you will reach there in and out without any kind of complication. Now, when it comes to the weather, the month of May is summertime in Spiti Valley, but the temperature in the day will be anywhere between 5 degrees to 20 degrees, while the night temperature will range from anywhere between -5 to 4 degrees. Now, the temperature in Spiti Valley depends entirely on where you are. In places like Kaza and Tabo, it'll be a little bit warmer, while in places which are higher off like Langza, Hikim, Komik, Demul, Dankar, the higher altitude villages, it's going to be far more colder, and the nights especially will be extremely windy after sunset. Now, how do you reach there? The best route to reach Spiti Valley in the month of May, like I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, is via the Shimla route. So this route, you start off in Delhi, you go via Shimla. You can either make your first stop at, I would say, either Narkanda, Shimla or Rampur, or you can even go further and stop for your first stop in the valley at the village of Saran. It's more ideal to stop maybe at Saran or Kalpa, so that this way you get more time to visit the places in Spiti Valley. Shimla, most people do not really stop at Shimla because it's extremely expensive, and at the same time it's crowded when you're traveling in the month of May. Parking especially becomes a really big challenge in the month of May in Shimla, because a lot of holiday crowd is over there. The Manali route is very unlikely it's going to be open, but you can check more closer to May, but it's very unlikely. I would say there's a less than 5% chance that the road via Manali will be open in the month of May, unless it's the winter suddenly vanishes, which is very unlikely. It should be snowing till, I would say, maybe mid-April. Now, when it comes to the places that you should be visiting in Spiti Valley, by default, I would say the village of Gyu you should be visiting. That's where the mummy is. It's a must-stop place. You do not need to be staying in the village of Gyu, but you should definitely visit the village on your way to while entering Spiti Valley. Go there, see the mummy, and then head off maybe to Tabo. Number 2 on the list would be Tabo. Tabo houses a monastery which is 1000 years old. It was established in 996 AD, and it's a beautiful place to be staying, the village. You can also stay in the village monastery. So if you're interested, you can book a stay in the village monastery, which is very close to the main monastery. Just keep in mind that when you're staying in the monastery, you need to be really peaceful in the nights, no drinking alcohol or making any kind of noise, so that the monks are not disturbed. But it's a wonderful experience. Another place that is worth visiting in the month of May is Pin Valley. You can definitely go all the way to Pin Valley and stay a night in the village of Mud. Do not expect anything out of the box, but you'll get a beautiful view of the Trans Himalayas from Pin Valley when you're staying in the village of Mud. Dankar village, which is the hill and the gem in Spiti Valley, is by far the best place to be going to Spiti and staying in Spiti Valley. If it's a clear sky night, you will get to see, I would say, at least a minimum of 20 to 30 shooting stars. You might even get to see the entire galaxy if you pick a no moon night and travel to Dankar village. It is by far the best village to be staying. You should also do the trek to Dankar village, which is a short 3 to 4 kilometer trek. We have a video covering the trek, which is in our playlist for Spiti. You can check that out. Chandratal Lake may mostly not be possible because of the late winter that has arrived. So if you're planning a trip to Spiti Valley in the month of May, do not keep your hopes high for Chandratal. It's very difficult to be making it beyond Losar and to Chandratal. The road would not be opened, I would say, till maybe mid-June. That's what I would expect it to be. The high altitude villages of Hikim, Komik, and Langsa are definitely worth visiting, with Komik being the highest village in Asia with a road, Hikim being the highest post office in the world, and Langsa known for the giant Buddha statue and the fossils. Now remember that the homestay in Langsa is a must do. My personal recommendation is stay a night in Langsa to really get another experience of the night sky and the village life and the culture of the people in Spiti. Key Monastery is definitely a place that you should be visiting when you're going towards the Chicham Kibar Bridge. Key Monastery is a wonderful experience. You'll get to see the entire Trans Himalayas from high above once you enter the monastery. Kaza is a town that you can stay or you can skip the stay at Kaza. It's just a town which is it's a good stay if you're someone who likes to have a vibe, not a vibe. I would say like have a city vibe. I would rather say in Spiti Valley. But other than that, if you're looking for a life-changing experience, I would say skip Kaza and maybe take a stay in the village of Demul, where you'll get the real Spitian experience, which is unfiltered, without any network, without any, where the life is still very basic. There's still organic toilets because the village is cut off and it's far away. So how to reach the village of Demul, we have another video. You can check that out yourself if you're interested in going to Demul. Now, what you should be doing in Spiti Valley in the month of May, first thing is go trekking to Dankar Lake. You can hike up to the lakes ahead of Langsa if you have the time. Camping, I would not recommend in the month of May because it's still very cold in the night. Stargazing, definitely at the village of Langsa and Dankar and Demul. These three places are the best places for stargazing. Stay a night in the homestay in Spiti Valley and do not return from Spiti Valley without staying a night in the homestay. Just staying in Kaza and going sightseeing to places is not the real Spiti. I would say that's the tourist Spiti. If you really want to have a traveler experience to Spiti Valley, then make sure you're staying a night at least in 2 to 3 homestays in different villages so that you can actually soak in what the culture and experience of Spiti Valley is. Now, when it comes to packing your gear, you need to be carrying thick thermals, thermal wear. I would say for the nights, you need to have your jackets, woolen wear. You need to have your mufflers. You need to have a very good pair of shoes. Sunscreen of SPF around 35 to 45 would be more than enough because it's not really going to help you, but it's just there for a placebo effect, which is good. So make sure you carry that. Carry your lip balm, like your lip gel, because that's really important because your lips will start to crack because of dry skin. So that's one thing that you need to be having when you're traveling to Spiti Valley in the month of May. Also make sure that you're carrying a 1 liter water bottle which you can refill along the way. Avoid carrying and buying plastic water bottles in Spiti Valley because mineral water waste then becomes plastic waste, which actually is killing the Himalayas. So just try to refill your water from homestays and your guest houses or hotels or wherever you are staying. Now, when it comes to what else you need to be carrying, you definitely need to have a good pair of UV protective sunglasses, and you by default need to have medicines with you depending on what are your basic medicines that you need to carry. Now, when it comes to the final bit, which is what is the budget that you need to have for Spiti Valley, it entirely depends on the number of people and the duration of your trip. The shorter the trip, the costlier. The lesser the people, also the costlier. The more the people, it would become a little bit cheaper. The ideal number of people that you need for a group trip to make it affordable for yourself and for everyone is, I would say, 6, so you can get an SUV and that everybody is comfortable, and this way you will end up spending, I would say, anywhere between 20 to 25,000 per person from Delhi, depending on the kind of accommodation you are taking and the kind of vehicle you're booking. Over and above this, Spiti Valley is a wonderful experience. Just that my personal recommendation is you need to travel for minimum 7 to 9 days. Anything shorter than that would be a really rush trip where you're just running from one place to another without getting a real experience of the entire place. Now remember, Spiti Valley has excellent 4G and 5G from Jio, Airtel and BSNL, with Jio and Airtel being the best networks in this region. Prepaid and postpaid, both the SIM cards work over here, and you do not need any kind of special permit to reach Spiti Valley. Just that you need to plan your trip well so that you are really getting a good experience of Spiti Valley rather than just going there for the photos. Other than this, we do have trips to Spiti Valley in the month of May. We have both group trips and private trips options available. If you are interested, you can click on the link in the description and go to our website and read the details. And if you're interested, you can WhatsApp our team or directly book from the website. If you have any queries related to Spiti Valley in the month of May, you can leave a comment in the comment section and we'd be more than happy to help you with your queries and solve them. Now, when it comes to biking in Spiti Valley in the month of May, you can go biking from the Kinnaur road, but from the Manali road, it's not going to be possible. You can hire bikes either from Delhi or from Shimla. So, till our next video, stay safe, stay happy.